It's the far-right extremist Japanese party that everyone is suddenly talking about.
Sanseito.
In just 5 years, they went from a French conspiracy cult to a serious political threat. In this video, we're breaking down how exactly they pulled it off and why they're already falling apart.
神谷さんは結構だから頭いい人だと思ってるんですけど、こう騙してやるっていうのでやめた方がいいんじゃないかなと思ってるんですよ。
Hello world, this is Dean from Japan. I cover Japanese news and culture from the inside. If you want to know the real Japan, you know what to do. There's nothing wrong with wanting your country to succeed. But Sanseito's slogan of Japanese people first has been met with backlash. Some saying that it's racist, that you can't rank people. But this message is actually working, resonating with the Japanese public.
なの日本は日本人に優しくないなって思っちゃいます。外国人ばっか優しくして。
Which is really strange because foreigners only make up 3% of the population. We're gonna get back to that, but first, let's talk about the guy who started everything, Shohei Kamiya. After losing an election badly, coming dead last, Kamiya disappeared from the spotlight, only to come back as a self-help guru. He launched a company called 株式会社意識改革 or Awareness Reform. And yes, these sound spiritual because their aim is to awaken Japanese people by holding seminars, teaching them that Japan is controlled by shadowy global elites, teaching the true history of Japan to see that we are divine, selected people, and of course, selling special items for you to unlock your potential, such as this vitality extract that costs $80. I'm seriously not sure what this is. And shampoo made from sacred ingredients that cost $60. Selling bizarre supplements and conspiracy theories. He's basically Alex Jones of Japan. Then, an event that changed everything happened. COVID. Kamiya started Sanseito, a political party, in 2020, a perfect time to appeal to anti-vax conspiracy theorists and organic food moms. So basically people who felt alienated by mainstream Japan. Their messaging was, eat healthy so you don't need those shots. And I am not joking, one Sanseito politician is a yoga mom. And these people are bloody crazy. They pushed medical conspiracies like claiming autism was made up by Big Pharma and doesn't actually exist. So according to them, Elon Musk is not on the autism spectrum, but is just taking that special stuff. And then there's this infamous clip. Yes, I agree. Melonpan or melon bread is a bloody disgusting Japanese pastry, but it definitely doesn't kill you. But his plan worked. In 2022, Kamiya got elected.
いろいろ気づいてる人こんなにいいのかなと思って賛美も号泣です。
This shocked the nation. He came out of nowhere. He has no political ties. Is it that easy to get elected in Japan? Yes, it is. If you can create a story that people can root for, starting with identifying the enemy. In case of Sanseito, it's the big pharma or the deep state controlled by a particular group of people. And then you make people feel special, making them part of the group. So through their messaging, Sanseito is saying, even if you are down on your luck, it's okay. You are the victim. And you are Japanese, the special people.
日本人にめっちゃ熱い。
The concept of Sanseito itself is a party where members can create together. So they sell memberships with tiers like Patreon and have their own greetings and chants. And now that COVID is dying, they needed to shift their focus.
歩いても歩いても外国人の方ばっかだし、富の星にもなってほしくないんですよ。
As I explained in my previous video, politicians running on anti-immigration, anti-foreigner message are now getting elected, including her. Imagine if a politician in the West said this. So Sanseito started printing posters saying, don't mess with Japan. As I said earlier, only 3% of Japanese residents are foreigners, so immigration itself isn't the major issue. But foreigners are still the biggest issue in the election. Why? Because Japanese people feel pushed out in their own neighborhood. The yen collapsed, so rude tourists are swarming in, buying things that Japanese people can no longer afford themselves. Then there are dangerous foreign drivers who don't respect local laws, gangs of foreign national robbers, and Chinese developers buying up property to make Airbnbs and evicting the locals.
ついに嫌がらせが始まったな。
In this viral case, the Chinese landlord refused to fix the elevator, hoping to drive the Japanese tenants out.
マンションの管理がすべて停止している状態。
みんなでお掃除したり、ゴミも出したり、暑い。
階段での行き来を余儀なくされます。7階の最上階で暮らす70代の女性は、
足が痛い。ゆっくりね。
ここに我々誇りを持たなきゃ、こんな世界で長い歴史ないんだから。
Japan for the Japanese. It's time like this when Sanseito's message finally went mainstream. But let me clarify one thing, right? Sanseito isn't a right-wing party per se. I mean, do you guys know any yoga moms who loves organic tofu that also voted for Trump? Sanseito are just opportunists who'd say whatever they can to get votes. They are selling dreams that they can't deliver. Just like how they try to sell rice washed with special energy that costs $2,000. With that price tag, I hope those rice were washed with kamehamehas or something. So it's actually really easy to destroy and humiliate Kamiya.
バカ騙す方向の人なんだなと思って。
In a studio interview, Kamiya comes in big and confident, claiming that farming in Japan can go fully organic. That sounds great, but I don't think you can grow enough food for 127 million people without using pesticide or fertilizer. Then comes Hiroyuki, Japan's biggest edgelord who trolls everyone. And look at his face. Hiroyuki knows this is BS. And he won't let Kamiya off the hook.
農薬肥料って昔は使ってなかったわけですよね。化学肥料とか。昔はずっとそういう自然の中で農業ってやられてきたわけで、
きちんと資料を出してこういう量になりましたっていうのが2年間かけてやったデータがあるよって話なんですよ。
ああ、なるほど。そういうなんかこうデータがないと言っちゃいけないということですね。
はい、そうです。日本の食料事情の話なんで。
はい。
だから神谷さんの思いつきで、じゃあやりました。じゃあ農家の収入半分になりました。困るの誰ですか？
いや、だからやり方によるんですって。
的な根拠とか資料とかデータはないんですよね。
あります。はい。
じゃあ教えてください。
じゃあ個人名を出すとね、またその方に、何かこう矢が飛んでくる。
誰が作ったかわからないデータで、どうやってそのデータが正しいって検証するんですか
？Kamiya's face is saying everything. He knows they both know that he's full of It's really scary that a political party that says complete BS can get so much support.
参政党に投票するんです。
インスタのリール動画でいいねが110万いいねぐらいついてたから。
But I think people want to believe that someone outside of the traditional political party can tear down the current state, which is not working. But what Kamiya is promising doesn't make sense at all.
まず中高生の女子学生の方々にライフプランを提案します。
So here he's talking about presenting high school girls with an alternative life plan to increase birth rate. So instead of going to university, he's saying maybe the Japanese society can convince high school girls to have 2 or 3 kids first, then maybe they can get a job. How, Kamiya? 18-year-olds don't want to become parents, and her high school graduate boyfriend can't support a family. But Kamiya has a plan. He's saying, we'll give mothers digital points on their Suica cards to buy diapers and piano lessons for their kids. By using electronic points, we don't have to worry about budget. Oh my god. Kamiya's acting as if electronic money isn't real money. He's all like, oh, let's just add some zeros to people's accounts. Problem solved. That's how hyperinflation starts, dumbass. But I guess for some people, they really need to believe that the fantasy presented is true. Many Japanese people feel disrespected in their own country, so they latch on to Kamiya's dream of restoring Japan's glory. The slogan, Japanese people first, was enough to convince them, but it will end up in disappointment.
ファーストと言って嫌がるのは誰なんでしょうか。日本は日本人の国です。
Sanseito's members are saying crazier and crazier things every week.
個人で方ないじゃないですか。許してあげましょうよ、それぐらい。
I don't think this party will last that long. With protesters going to rallies bringing melon bread as a symbolic tool against racism.
一人で何兆円とか何十兆円持ってる。ね、一方で中間層はどんどん。
It's so ridiculous.
うるさい!
But at least they force other politicians to face a very real fact that the public is not okay with Japan's immigration policies.
必要な分野で人材が足りないということがありますので、やっぱり外国の方にどんどん来ていただいて、働いていただいたり。
And unless something changes, in 15 years, 1 in 10 people in Japan will be a foreign national. If this much commotion is happening right now due to immigration, How do you think people will react in 15 years? So I debated whether to include this or not, and this is just my personal opinion, but I think a lot of people feel that Kamiya's expressions are a little bit off. Some have also accused him of being too handsy with female members, so I wasn't surprised at all when I heard that his secretary ended her own life after months of verbal abuse from Kamiya. The question is, shouldn't this be more of a big deal? I think self-deletion is taken too lightly in Japan, and people think that it's not an issue. In a country where human lives of employees are so overlooked, I don't think immigration is the #1 reason why citizens are so dissatisfied.
And who was the biggest winner? The Sanseito party.
神谷さん、
法案提出できる議席数を取るわけですけど、最初にどういった法案を出される予定ですか？
コロナ政策の見直しをやるという法案ですね。
移民対策はどういった法案を出されますか？
移民対策ですか？
はい。
移民対策はまずあれですね。今